Testing, sound testing. Testing, sound testing.
Whose possesses possesses the people that own us, murder us. That's what it means to slay somebody. It means to kill them without empathy, man, or consideration. To slay us. Go ahead. And hold themselves not guilty. And hold themselves not guilty like this piece of garbage right
What's the agenda, you niggas, cowards and pretenders? White flag to the white man, you surrender. Just remember, wicked niggas love to hang with sinners. Shit is disgusting to think it's cool to switch genders. Bruce Jenner, Babylon is falling, and one West is prevalent. Boots lace, warbands on, we in our element. It's evident they killing out the evidence. Coward murderers, I pray the Lord send a pestilence and cause famine, wreak havoc and cause damage. Coronavirus shook up the earth, now watch them all panic. Fighting through these curses that we live in. Prepare slaughter, complete the order when it's given. These crackers crumble, we humble their activity. For it is written that they shall go into captivity. These devils must pay for their war crimes. Tell your garments and go and get a sword when it's wartime. Lace your boots when it's wartime. Go and get a sword when it's wartime. Hurt your loins when it's wartime. I don't want calm when it's wartime. Lace your boots when it's wartime. Go and get a sword when it's wartime. Hurt your loins when it's wartime. I don't want calm when it's wartime.
Your music can be stopped by a gun. They'll call a gun to come and kill you over your music. That's the world that you live in, man.
Con, I don't want con when it's wartime. Can't be lukewarm, gotta make up your mind. If you ain't heard nothing, you better hit this rhyme. When it go down, you gon' have to be with your kind. Ain't no laughing, ain't no joking on the battlefield. If you don't follow the order, you could get us all killed. Ain't no thing to grab the block and burst and squeeze mine. You gon' learn to do it, not the second, but the first time. 223, 308, AR-15 rifle. Warring with the dragon like I'm the Archangel Michael. I got hand grenades, I pull the pin and throw it at you quicker. I can say a prayer and send them evil curses, now you see. If we do what the Lord tell us to do, Babylon will fall. I'm gon' do what Saul didn't do, and I'm gon' kill them all. It's time to kill, not heal, it's time to break them down, know who you are. Ain't no time to love, it's time to hate these heathens, time for war. Lace your boots when it's wartime. Go and get a sword when it's wartime. Hurt your loins when it's wartime. I don't want calm when it's wartime. Lace your boots when it's wartime. Go and get a sword when it's wartime. Hurt your loins when it's wartime. I don't want calm when it's wartime. Lace your boots when it's wartime. Go and get a sword when it's wartime. Hurt your loins when it's wartime. I don't want calm when it's wartime. Lace your boots when it's wartime. Go and get a sword when it's wartime. Hurt your loins when it's wartime. I don't want calm when it's wartime.
Even though you in the ghetto, even though you poor, even though you suffering, even though you ain't had a good education, even though you got the weight of the most powerful
I.S.U.P.K. 53rd Annual Lord's Passover.
Hey, Shalom, Israel. This is the I.S.U.P.K. down in Florida. I'm Captain of 10,000 YAHANNA. We're here to let you know 53rd Annual Lord's Passover is going to be held down here in Florida. It's going down in South Florida, Cocoa Beach.
Friday, April 15th, 2022.
The lamb, the wine, the brotherhood, the sisterhood, understand, good music, good weather, palm trees, the whole nine.
This is going to be glorious. Book your hotels now at the Holiday Inn Express and Suites, 301 Tucker Lane, Cocoa Beach, Florida, 32926.
April 15th and the 16th. Don't just book for the 15th. Book for the 15th and 16th.
It's going down Friday, April 15th at the Space Coast Convention Center.
Moses told Pharaoh we need 3 days to be able to go out into the wilderness and serve our power the way he commands. You're going to have to get that off with your boss, with your slave master. So make sure you in the building. Cocoa Beach, Florida, April 15th to 16th, 2022 is going down. We'll see y'all there. Shalom.
144,000. I'm just trying to make 144,000. 144,000. I'm just trying to make 144,000.
All right, let's clap it up. Let's get started. All right, Shalom, Israel. Yahweh Shem Yahshua to all the brothers. In the Hebrew means, may Yahweh bless you in the name of who the world calls Christ, all you brothers, all the blacks, Hispanics, and Native American brothers, and Yahweh Shamar, all the Thon Shem Yahshua, to all the black, Hispanic, and Native American sisters. That means Yahweh, may the Most High watch over you, sisters, in the name of who the world calls Christ. In the Hebrew, all right, I'm Priest and Officer Shar Yawan, under Commanding General YAHANNA, and we are the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, which was started out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. All right, today is Friday night's Lashawan Kodash class. Lashawan Kodash, meaning the holy tongue or the ancient tongue. All right, Shalom, Officer Barak Ya'Allah. Yahweh Shem Shabrak. What's going on? Got my volume up. All right, today is Friday's night Lashawan Kodash class. Lashawan Kodash. All right, this is how you would sound it out. Lashawan Kodash. All right. That's how you would sound it out in the Hebrew. All right, this is how you would sound it out in the Hebrew. Lashawan, meaning language or tongue. All right. Lashawan, meaning language or tongue. And Kodash, meaning holy or separate. All right. The language we're teaching today is the separate tongue, or the set apart tongue, or the holy language. All right? So we're teaching the Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans every Friday. All right? We're teaching our people their language. We're giving our people their culture back. All right? For too long, we've been walking around calling ourselves spics, niggers, wetbacks, all these different bywords. African American, African Canadian, Jamaican, Haitian, Dominican, Cuban, all these different bywords. All right? Every byword except the name of our nationality, the name of our culture. All right? Which is Yasharala. All right? Yashar. Yashar Allah. All right? Yashar meaning prince. And Allah meaning power. Power, God, authority. All right? Yasharallah, which we say in the English, Israel. All right? This is your language, Black man, Hispanic man, Native American man. This is your language, and this is your identity. All right? It was prophesied that Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans would lose their identity. They wouldn't know who they were for not following the Most High. This is how you know who the children of God are. You're Black, Hispanic, and Native American, you look at your condition. You look at all the chaos that goes on in your society, right? All the divorce, all the fighting, the so-called black-on-black crime, gang violence, the mass incarceration, all these different things that we go through as a people, being sold to a nation, right? Going through hard bondage, having our land taken from us, being kicked off our land, forced on reservations. This is how you know you are the prince of the power. And this is how you know that you have a father, right? Like any good father, you get punished when you disobey. And this is why it's now more important than ever, right? Like Paul said, now it's high time to wake up. It is high time for Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans to start obeying their father. Because when we listen, we're blessed. When we don't listen, we lose our language. We lose our identity. But this is who we are. We are princes of the power, Yasharallah. You see all the things that we're capable of doing as a people. All the inventions, all the things that we've created, right? All the things we're capable of doing. You look at the boxing ring. Nobody can beat us in boxing, right? You look at us in the Olympics. We got every gold medal there is known to man because we are the princes of the power. Nobody can touch us, all right? And every Friday in the I.S.U.P.K, we are giving our people their language back, giving our people their culture back. It's extremely important for all of us to learn our language, all right? To take back what was stolen from us, to start obeying our Father and doing what he commands, all right? So every Friday night, you can check us out. This is No Cowards Canada YouTube channel. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. We got the sign-in links in the chat. All right. If you want to start attending our classes normally, come to our classes, sign in, come see us on YouTube or Facebook. Sign into the classes, learn your language, get in class, and learn your identity. All right. Learn what's required of you as a Black, Hispanic, or Native American man. So every Friday night, we teach Hebrew to our people, which is known as Alashawan Kodash. All right. In the Hebrew, we write right to left. How we would say or how Lashawan Kwadash would be written in the Hebrew, is a La, a Shah, a Wa, and a Na. Lashawan, Kwadash. All right. When we write in the Hebrew, we always write right to left. We read right to left and we spell. We read and write right to left. All right. It's different from the English. All right. This place in this kingdom in Canada, everything is done backwards. Right. Everything is done backwards. Everything goes against God. All right. That's what this kingdom is. In this place, they say it's okay for a man to lay down with a man. The Most High says that's a disgusting thing. This place is backwards. All right. This is a place of confusion. All right. It's a place of confusion, which is why it's called Babylon the Great. Babel meaning to confuse. It's a place of confusion. But when we're reading and writing the Hebrew, we read right to left. La, Shawan, Kwadash. All right. La, Shawan, Kwadash. That is the name of our language. You can say Lashawan Kodash. Another way you can say our language would be Ibar. Ibar, which in English means Hebrew. All right, Hebrew, or the past. And you would spell that with a ayan, a bayath, and a rosh. All right, which would be Ibar. An I, a ba, and a ra. Ibar. Again, you read right to left, and that is how you would read that word. Ibar. It means Hebrew. Now, in this class, we're going to start off going over our alphabet. All right, we're going to go over our alphabet. But we'll go over our alphabet, and then we're going to get some prefixes, some suffixes and prefixes up on the board. And we're going to get into our lesson. All right. So starting off, let's go over our alphabet. Salaki Braki Allah. So going over our alphabet. All right, we got a A, Ba, Ga, Da, Ha, Wa, Za, Ka, Ta, Ya, Ka, La, Ma, Na, Sa, I, Pa, Taza, Kwa, Ra, Sha, and a Tha. All right. These are the 22 characters of the Lashawan Kodash. All right. Again, Lashawan, Kodash. We have a, ba, ga, da, ha, wa, za, ka, ta, ya, ka, la, ma, na, sa, I, pa, ta, za, kwa, ra, sha, and a tha. All right, that is how you pronounce each character in our alphabet. Each character in the Lashawan Kodash. All right. We have a holy language for a holy people. The Most High told us to be holy, to be separate, to be set apart. Why? Because He is holy. He is separate. He is set apart. This is the alphabet of Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. This is our language. That's our alphabet. That's our culture. Now, something we also go over in this class is we go over the modern Hebrew. All right. There's a time in history where Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, we took on a different form of Hebrew. All right, known as the Assyrian. All right. And the Assyrian alphabet looks something like this. All right. They have an A, Ba, Ga, Da. Oh, Salakia. Mine just slipped. A, Ba, Ga, Da. They have a Ha. Oh, there we go. A Ha, Wa, Za, Ka, Ta, Ya, Ka, La, Ma, Na, and then we have a Sa, I, Pa, Taza, Kwa, Ra, Sha, and a Tha. All right. the reason we go over the Assyrian is because a lot of our manuscripts are written in the Assyrian. All right. When we go over through our history book, the Bible, which is a history of blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, the history of Yasharallah, the Israelites. A lot of those manuscripts are written in this form of Hebrew. All right. Now, in this form of Hebrew, you'll notice with 5 characters, the ka, ma, na, pa, and taza have 2 different characters for their letters. When they have the second character on the bottom, they use this character at the end of their word. So if you see a ma at the end of a word, you just use a second character. All right. You see a taza at the end of a word, you use a second character. If it's anywhere from the beginning to the middle of a word, you use the first character. All right. And all of these characters transfer into the Lashuan Kodash. All right. So this would be known as the Assyrian Hebrew, or the modern Hebrew. All right, same thing. It's Abba, Ga, Da, Ha, Wa, Za, Ka, Ta, Ya, Kala, Mana, Sa, I, Pa, Taza, Kwa, Ra, Sha, Tha. All right. All right. So that is our alphabet. When you're in this class, like you're in any class, it would be wise to take notes. Take notes, learn your alphabet. Take notes so you can review what it is you've learned, and you can practice what it is you've learned. So let's get up on the board our preposition and possessive words. These words we use in the Hebrew to form sentences. All right. Pre being before, possessive being after. All right. So we got prepositions. Prepositions. Well, prepositions and possessive words. All right. So prepositions, we have a we have a ba, da, ha, wa, ya, ka, la, ama, sha, and a tha. Now these characters right here, anytime you see these at the beginning of a word, they have a meaning. All right. It is saying something. All right. The preposition for a is I or I am. Preposition for ba is in. All right. One quick example of a preposition. If you would say the word ba, ra, taza. Ba or ra taza. You would pronounce it like this. Ba, ra, taza. All right. Now, when you see a ra taza, all right. Arataza is earth. You have this preposition ba, right? You see this character, the ba. What we have right here, ba, it means in. So if you see this preposition at the beginning of a word, ba arataza, the beginning, it means in. So ba arataza means in earth. All right. So some more of these. We have da is do. Ha is the. Wa means and. Ya is it or he. Ka means as or like. La is to or for. Ma is of or from. Asha is whom, which, or pertaining to. And a tha means thou or thee. All right. Modern English, we would say you. So possessive words. All right. Possessive words is denoting something belongs to something. All right. So we have a ya, ka, wa, ha, nawa, kam, kan, ma, and a na. All right. And these words are ya is my, ka means your or you, wa means he or his, we have a hada meaning her. All right, some of these are just masculine and feminine. We have nawa, which means our. Kam is there, and so is kan. One is masculine plural, and Khan is feminine, plural. All right. Then we have a Ma or Salakia. Salakia means forgive me, right? Forgive me or excuse me. All right. Calm is you all, and Khan is you all. And then the last two, we have Ma and a Na. Ma is masculine, Na is feminine for there. All right. Khan is you all, and Khan is you all feminine. One example of what a possessive word would look like, or how you would use a possessive. All right, off the top of my head, we can use the word Abba. All right. All right. Abba, meaning father. A possessive word, you're going to find that at the end of a word. So you could have Abba Nawa. You could have Abba Ka. You can have Abba Yah. All right. Just different ways of using the word Abba. And this is how it would read in the English. All right. So we have the word Abba, which is father. You add in the possessive word at the end of it, right? We're forming sentences. We would say Abba Nawa as one word. And what that means in English is our father. All right. We're letting people know who this father belongs to. All right. Abba is the root word. All right. And as we're speaking and giving context in a sentence, we add in this possessive word to let somebody know what this belongs to or who this belongs to. Right? You say Abba Khan, right? Which is those women over there, their father, right? Or Abba Na, right? Their father. Abba Nawa, our father. Abba Ka, your father. Abba Yah, which means my father. All right. So those over here, these prepositions and possessive words, extremely important in filling out sentences, right? We could say, again, we have Abba, which is father. right? You could add in a preposition. You could say wa, which is and, right? So you add an and, a wa. And then you add in the preposition, or salaki, the possessive word, nawa, right? And now we're starting to form sentences, all right? And our Father is how we would say it in the English, all right? In the Hebrew, and Father our, all right? We're saying, in addition, Father our, right? We're speaking masculine, very direct in the Hebrew, all right? And that's how it would read, and Father our. In the English, of course, we say things backwards, right? So we would say, and our Father, all right? And so this is an example of a word you would see if you're reading the Hebrew, right? Now, if you were to open our manuscripts and see it in the modern Hebrew, it would look something like this, right? You would see the wa, the ah, the ba, na, and the wa. All right? It's the same thing. And Father our. Wa abanawa. All right? All right. So getting into tonight's topic, we're going to start off learning how to say who, what, where, when, and why in the Hebrew. All right? It's something that we learn in English, which is important, right? I think they teach in the English that when you're, I think it's when you're investigating something or you're trying to understand a story, these are the 5w's, the questions to ask, right? To understanding something, right? We got who, what, where, when, and why. Who, what, where, when, and why. All right. And we have a word for each of these in the Hebrew. The first word is maya. 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 Maya is how you say who in the Hebrew. Maya. How we say what in the Hebrew is ma. Ma. All right. You have a ma and a ha. All right. Those two characters connect. Right. We have these connectors here in the Hebrew. These let us know what syllables to use when we're pronouncing a word. Right. The ma and the ha connect. So we don't say ma-ha. All right. These connect. So we drop the ah sound at the end of ha. All right. Say it one more time. We drop.
It's 7:41 p.m.
We drop the ha or the ah sound at the end of ha. We drop the ah sound at the end of ha. All right. And we connect these. And we say ma. All right. We're saying one syllable, not two. Not ma-ha. We're saying one. Ma. All right. You see an example up here of where we don't drop the ah sound. We have a ma and a ya, and we say ma-ya. All right. The next word, we have where, which is ayah. 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 All right. This is just how you pronounce it. All right. But this is how you would read it in the Hebrew. Right to left. Ayah. All right. This is just for pronunciation, reading it left to right. You say ayah. That's how it pronounces. Ayah. All right. Then we have when, which is ma-thaya. 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 Now this last word Y in the Hebrew. All right, we have two different words for Y in the Hebrew. All right, two different words. We have madawai. Madawai. And the other way of saying Y is lama. Lama. All right. So let's run it back one time. All right. These are 5 W's. We got who, what, where, when, and why. Who is Maya? Maya. What is Ma? Where is Aya? When is Mathaya? And then we have why. All right, we have 2 different pronunciations. All right, let's spell this out. One is Ma da wa I. Ma da wa I. All right. And the other pronunciation or the other word is lama. Lama. All right. Both of those words meaning why. All right. So we'll get rid of that. We got who, what, where, when, and why. All right. And in English, right, we also add in how. All right. How. Now, for this word how, we have different ways of saying this word as well. All right. We have, these are different words you'll find when you read through the Bible. The different words that you'll see for the word how. We have I.S.U.P.K. All right. I.S.U.P.K. We have Maza. Maza. We have Kama. All right. We also have Id. Ma. Thaya. And last, we have Id and Na. All right. And I'll spell it out how you sound it out. All right. For the different ways of saying how. We have Ma. Maza. We have Kama. Id Mathaya, Id Mathaya, and Id Anna. Id Anna. All right. All of these are different ways of saying how. All right. Now, one of these words here, Id Mathaya, you'll see that it can also mean when. All right. For now, we're just going to go over vocabulary for today. All right. We might go over some basic sentences. But for now, take these down in your notes. These are the different ways of saying how. And we also went over the different ways of saying who, what, where, when, and why. All right. Why having two different words, Madawai and Lama. And then how, you have these 5 different words. All right. These are the different words you'll see in Hebrew for how to say how. We have ayak, maza, kama, Id Mathaya, and Id Anna. All right. And Id Mathaya can also mean when. All right. You'll see that in your Strong's number 4970. Now, for those who don't know what the Strong's concordance is, when I put that number 4970 for when or for how, if you go to Genesis 3, Genesis 3 and verse 9. All right, I'll pull it up on my screen. Genesis 3 and verse 9. In the verse, it says, where are you? All right. Where are you? Where are you? All right. This is ayah. Ayah is where, right? As we just went over. Ayah. All right. That word where is ayah. I'm going to show you a tool that you can use. A tool that you can use to translate Hebrew. All right. This is one application you can use. You can go to blueletterbible.com. All right. We have up on the board Genesis chapter 3 and verse 9. All right. So I'll just type Genesis 3 and 9 in our King James Version Bible. All right. You can see Genesis 3 and 9. It says, and Yahweh the power called unto Adam and said unto him, where art thou? All right. Where art thou? We can go to our Hebrew. All right. This is Genesis 3 and 9. We can read this in the Hebrew. It says, Wayah Quara'ah Yahweh Al Hayam Salakia Alahayam Al Ha'adam Wayah Amar Lawa Ayapa. All right. That is Genesis 3 and 9 in the Hebrew. Now, where art thou? All right. This is our word here, ayah. You can see I'm pulling the word up in the Strongs. All right. You can even click it if you want to hear it. This application also has this little voice button here, and you're going to hear them say it in the Yiddish. Let's see if we can play that.
Strong's H 335. I.
Now, they say I because in the Yiddish, right, their pronunciation is a little different. All right. It's just like somebody, how you would say somebody in Georgia versus somebody in New York. All right. They're going to sound a little different, even though they're both speaking English. So this is a, how you would say, a Germanic way of using our language. All right. A Germanic way of using our language. And so they say I, we would say ah, ayah. All right. They have the transliteration here with a I, right? A and a ya. They say to pronounce it I-E, I-E. We say ayah. All right. And so when I was saying for that last word, how, when I gave you the Strong's definition, let's see if I can go back a little. It's showing you that this is Strong's H370. All right. That's the number of the word. All right. Yeah. A quick shout out to the chat. Shalom, Janice Bell. Yahweh Shema Thamba Shema Shai. The water for tuning in, sis. All right. Again, the water for tuning in. It's very important that we learn our language, right? Learn our history, our culture. Take back what's ours. Build our kingdom like Christ said. Christ said this kingdom doesn't come with observation. We have to actually do something, put our brick in, build this kingdom. All right. So that was ayah, that is where. Let's go over one more example. All right. This is something that we ask people today. All right. In English, we would say, how old are you? Right? We know in the Hebrew, some things translate a little different. All right. In the Hebrew, we would say it a little different. All right. When we're translating it, it would look more like this. It would sound more like this. How many years lived you? All right. So we would say how. All right. One of the ways that we had written down to say how is kama. All right. Kama. All right. You want to ask a brother and sister, how old are they? Right? How many years have you lived? You can go to Genesis 47 and 8. All right, Genesis 47 and 8. Let's pull that up. Where are we going? Genesis 47 and verse 8. Just share my screen so you can see where I'm going. All right, we're at Genesis 47 and 8. And Pharaoh said unto Jacob, Yaquab, and Pharaoh said unto Yaquab, how old art thou? All right, so we're going to click this tools button. All right, we can see the Hebrew here. We have Kama, Yamya, Shanaya, Kayaka. All right. Well, Genesis 47 and 8. It says, YAHANNA, Parataza, Al, Yaquab, Al Yaquab. We have Pama, Slakia, Kama. All right, Kama, which is how. All right, where we're starting. Slakia, let's see if you can see my mouse. Okay, no sweat. So we're at the fourth last word. All right, reading right to left. Again, we have YAHANNA, Para, Para'ai, Al, Yaquab, Kama, which is how, Yamya. All right, let's pull this up. All right, so we can see what I got up on the board. All right, we'll start off with this first word. All right, Kama. You can see Kama, the root word, is ma. All right, ma is the root word. Let's see how they pronounce it here.
Strong's H 4100. Bemol. Bemol.
They say bemol.
Second entry. Ma.
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 Third entry. Ma. Ma. Fourth entry. Ma. Ma. Fifth entry. Me. Me. Sixth entry. Ma. Ma. Seventh entry. Ma. Ma.
Ma. All right, you hear that? That they do have it right on two of the entries. All right, those are different pronunciations. We have ma, Kama. All right. Kama, which is how. All right. So let's go over that Strong's H4100. The next word is yamya. Yamya. All right. We can hear how they pronounce it.
Strong's H3117. Yom. Yom.
All right. They say yom. We say yamya. Yam. Yam. Yamya. All right. And the next word, we have a sha, a na, and a ya. Shana ya. Shana ya. This is how they pronounce it.
Strong's H8141. Shana.
Shana. They
Shana.
pronounce it shana. We say shana ya. All right. Shana ya. And this last word, shana ya. We have a ka, a ya, and a ka. So ka ya ka.
Strong's H2416. Chai. Chai.
They say kai. We say ka ya. Ka. Ka ya. All right. You'll notice too, when you're seeing this in the Hebrew, they have a bunch of dots everywhere. All right. They're called vowel points. All right. You can click this little button here, and you'll no longer see the vowel points. Those vowel points, they use so that it helps them dictate where a vowel is and how to pronounce a word. In the Lashawan Quadash, we do not have vowels. All right, so we can take those dots away. We're not worried about those vowels. In our language, we don't have vowels. All right. In our language, we don't have vowels. So we pronounce things a little differently. Right? So for example, right, we have yamya. They said yom. Right? They pronounce it yom. The root word, yam. Right? Yam. And then we have what's called a possessive word, like we've written up here. Right? Ya. My. Right? We have shana. Shana. I think they pronounce this one very similar. All right? We have shana. And again, we have a possessive word, right? All the same context. Ya is my. All right? And they said, I think it was koi they pronounce it. We pronounce it ka. Ka ya. Right? And then we have this possessive word, right? Which is ka. Which is your. All right? All right. So what we can do, right? You can see in the Hebrew how we form sentences is we have root words, right? Like I showed earlier, root words like abba, right? Abba. Abba, which is father. And then you add in what we call a possessive word, Nawa. All right. So Abba Nawa, which means our father. But just Abba alone is father. All right. When we were listening to those different pronunciations from that blue letter Bible, they were pronouncing the root words. All right. We can go back to that screen I was sharing. This is the blue letter Bible. All right. We had Kama. All right. Kama is how. Right. Kama is how. And you see it has a preposition. Right. The Strongs that you know, there's a preposition ka. Right. Ka meaning as or like. All right. This word means how. So we have Kama. We have Yamya. Yamya. Where do they have the definition? I might have to click on the Strongs. Right? They pronounce it Yom. We say Yam. All right? Which can mean day, time. All right? Day, time, or year. Right? Depending on the context. Then we have, if we jump back, right? We have Shana, right? If we click on that word, we'll get the Strong's definition. All right, means year or yearly. All right. And then we'll look up the last word, right? Which is kaya. Kaya. Which means over here, live life. All right, depending on the context. All right, so let's jump back to our board. All right, we can jump back to our board. All right, and we have kama. All right, ka is a preposition meaning as or like. Right, ka, as or like. Right, we have a root word ma, kama. When we put it together, it means how in the Hebrew. All right. In the Hebrew, we have different ways of saying how. All right. So we got to make sure we pay attention to the context, learn when to use the correct word. All right, this is one way of saying how. It's kama. Then we have yam, right, which means day or time. Right, day or time. Yam. Then we have ya, which is a possessive word. Ya. My. Right? My day, my time. What is my time? How my time. How my year. Right? And then we have shana. All right? Shana. Shana. Salakia. Double check something. All right, no sweat. I wanted to look up the root word, but we'll go over that for later. So we have shana. All right. Shana, which is year or yearly. Right? Again, we're saying the possessive word my. We're staying in the same context. Right? And then we're saying your. All right? Your, again, possessive. We have a ka at the end of a word, meaning your or you. All right? We're asking about your life. All right? Your life. Right? How? Year. Right? My year. My yearly. Right? My day. My yearly. My time. My yearly. All right? We're trying to figure out something about my time, my year, my day. All right? These are what these words mean. And then we have your life, right? Your life. How long have you lived? How many days have you lived? How long has your life been? Right? How many years lived you? All right? How many years lived you? All right, we'll write that one more time just to make it a little bigger. All right, we have kama. All right, kama. Kama. Kama, yam ya, shana ya, ka ya ka. Ka ya ka. All right. This is how you ask how old somebody is. All right. How old are you? Kama, yam ya, shana ya, ka ya ka. How old are you? All right. Kama Yamya Shanaya Kayaka. How old are you? All right. That is how you ask how old somebody is. So what we can do, all right, for the end of the class, let's go over a couple light sentences. All right. Some lighter sentences that we can use on a daily basis. All right. All right. So let's do good morning. All right. Good morning. Tawab Bakwar. Tawab Bakwar. Bakwar meaning morning. Tawab Bakwar. We can say Tawab Loyal. Which is night in the Hebrew. Loyal. All right. We have Bakwar. Bakwar is morning. Layal is night. And Iraba means evening. All right. You see somebody in the morning, you say Tawab Bakwar. Good morning. All right. You can say Tawab Bakwar Adawan. Right. Good morning, my Lord. All right. Adawanya. Adawanya. Tawab Bakwar Adawanya. Good morning, my Lord. All right. Or good morning, my master. Right. You could say Tawab Layal Adawanya. Good night, my master. All right. Ahab. Salakia. I think that's right in that glare. Right. We got Ahab. Ahab. All right. Ahab. Let me double check that word. It's Ahab or Ahab. I believe it's Ahab. It's how you say love. Ahab. Ahab, aha, and abba. Ahab is love. Right? All right. Tawab, Bakwar, Ahabia. All right. Yah is a possessive word for my. Ahab is love. Tawab is good. Good morning, my love. Tawab, Bakwar, Ahabia. Tawab, Bakwar, Ahabia. Good morning, my love. Tawab, Layal. Good night, my love. Tawab, Layal, Ahabia. All right. Tawab, Iraba, Ahabia. Good evening, my love. All right. For the brothers, right, you're speaking to your rib. Tawab, Iraba, Ahabia. All right. Good evening, my love. All right. You want to be sweet with your rib. Right. You're a sister. You're speaking to your husband. Right. Your head. Your authority. Ah, the one. Other one, Yah. All right. Just speaking to your head. Tawab. I Rabah. Other one, Yah. Good evening, my Lord. All right. Bakwar. Right. Good morning, my Lord. All right. You see how you can say those sentences. All right. Tawab Bakwar Adawanya in the Hebrew. Good morning, my Lord. Or good morning, my master. All right. That is how you sisters are to address your husbands. They're your authority. All right. You are their possession. See how much time we got left. All right. Let's keep going. All right. These are just some simple phrases we can say. All right. Ahab is love. Atha is you. All right. Ahab Atha. I love you. Ahab Atha. Love you. All right. These are phrases you can use. All right. Dom is blood. All right. Shalah. Shalah. The possessive is my. Shalah. Yah. All right. We have a ha, right, as a preposition. All right. All right. This is a way of saying my brother, right? Somebody close to me, right? Somebody close to me, my kindred, blood of my blood, right? Blood of my blood. This is my family, right? He's of my blood, blood of my blood, right? Right? This is a way black people speak, right? We use metaphors, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. This is our language. This is how you know the Bible is a black man's book, right? This is how we speak. You were to ask a Christian, right, what does blood of my blood mean? Right? They're going to start thinking of some Harry Potter fantasy book, right? Because Christians don't understand the Bible. They don't understand it's a history book. It's a book of law and order. It's a constitution of blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. The laws that govern us as a nation. All right? The whole Bible is written about a family, a nation of people. Right? Blood of my blood. Dam, Hadam, Shalayah. Blood of my blood. Christians read in the book of Genesis that Eve came from Adam's rib. Right? Christian will take that literally. Right? A Christian will believe that God put a man to sleep and he went to bed, and while he was sleeping, he took a rib out of a man and he made a woman out of it. All right? That's not literal. That's not what the Bible is saying. Bashar, or Salakia, Bashar, Bashar, Bashar. All right, Bashar, flesh. Shalayah, right, of my. Shalayah. Right? We say things like blood of my blood, flesh of my flesh. All right. Bashar Shaliyah. Or bone of my bone. Right? Bone of my bone, flesh of my flesh. My family. All right. That's who Adam married. He married somebody in his family. All right. A far off, distant cousin. All right. Somebody from the same nation, same kindred. That's what the Bible was about from the beginning. A nation of people. All right. That's why the Most High flooded the earth. Because of interracial marriage. All right. The seed line of Adam started marrying the other nations. All right. Great men, famous men, the sons of man. All right. Son of man, the son of God, the sons of God, the sons of man. Started sleeping with the daughters of men. All right. The daughters of other nations. And evil began to multiply on the earth because of interracial marriage. Something that we're not supposed to do. All right. Bashar Shaliyah, flesh of my flesh. All right. Those are just a couple phrases. All right. Couple phrases you can use, couple sentences you can use. Right. Tawab Bakwar, good morning. Tawab Bakwar Ahabia, good morning, my love. Tawab Bakwar Adawanya, good morning, my Adawan, my Lord. Right. Dam Hadam Shaliyah, blood of my blood. And Bashar Shaliyah, flesh of my flesh. Blood of my blood, flesh of my flesh. All right. So with that, we're going to end Friday night Lashawan Kodash class. Let's clap it up. All right. Before you exit the class, if you signed in, make sure you hit the sign out links. I'll put the sign out links in the chat. For now, we're going to give the I.S.U.P.K security announcements. We are the I.S.U.P.K, started at 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brothers and sisters: when a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They're to be saluted only. They're here to share themselves with the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6 month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. You can find it in Numbers 18, verse 21, and Malachi chapter 3, verses 8 to 10. Ma'ashra means tenth in the Hebrew. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you, give to Treasury Department or teacher. Priest fund, free will offering for priests is not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming holy convocations. We have the Lord's Passover coming up, which is on April 15th. We have a link in the chat. All right. Make sure you pay your Passover fee. And to any brother who wants to be a trooper in the school, all right, you want to join the school, start wearing all black boots, shirts, pants, headband, and scarf. With that said, we're going to give one courtesy salute to the brothers. Men of Israel, Imadium, which means stand. Men of Israel, Imadium Shabbat. Imadium, Barak, Yahabashim, Yad Yamatah, which means hands down. We're going to give one courtesy salute to the sisters. Sar, which means turn. Men of Israel, Imadium Shabbat. Imagine, Barak, Yahweh Shamar, Yadam Atah, class dismissed.
Whose possesses possesses the people that own us, murder us. That's what it means to slay somebody. It means to kill them without empathy, man, or consideration. To slay us, go ahead, and hold themselves not guilty, and hold themselves not guilty like this piece of garbage right
Push the agenda, you niggas, cowards and pretenders. White flag to the white man, you surrender. Just remember, wicked niggas love to hang with sinners. Shit is disgusting to think it's cool to switch genders. Bruce Jenner, Babylon is falling, and one West is prevalent. Boots lace, warbands on, we in our element. It's evident they killing out the evidence. How with murderers, I pray the Lord send a pestilence and cause famine, wreak havoc and cause damage. Coronavirus shook up the earth, now watch them all panic. Fighting through these curses that we live in. Prepare slaughter, complete the order when it's given. Yeah. These crackers crumble, we humble their activity. For it is written that they shall go into captivity. These devils must pay for their war crimes. Sell your garments and go and get a sword when it's wartime.
Lace your boots when it's wartime. Go and get a sword when it's wartime. Girt your loins when it's wartime. Out of one car when it's wartime. Lace your boots when it's wartime. Go and get a sword when it's wartime. Girt your loins when it's wartime. Out of